Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Nerd Culture. You're watching NC News, more specifically the 5-minute roundup, where we wrap up everything that has happened in the nerd world this week. I'm your host, Gregory Lee. This is my cool wall, and it's Nerd Culture. So, starting off with a little bit of gaming news, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was released last week. It sits at a 91% on Metacritic and a 9 out of 10 on IGN, but not everyone is happy with it. It has actually been getting review bombed by a lot of its fans. And if you are new to the term review bombing, it is just when a lot of fans feel very upset or scorned by the developers and make their voices heard by giving the game bad reviews, even when they may just like the entirety of the game but have a big problem with one aspect of the game. One of the biggest complaints coming from fans is the problem with multiplayer, specifically the multiplayer when it comes to people sharing consoles. Now, when you are sharing a Nintendo Switch and playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, if you are the main player, you have access to the full game. But when you are the second player or the little brother playing after your big brother or big sister, you do not have complete access to every aspect of the game. For instance, when you are the second player on the console, you cannot terraform the island or edit it in any way. You do not have access to a lot of the DIY recipes that let you advance the game, and you only have access to local multiplayer systems. Now, I can see this becoming a big problem for some. When you pick up a game, you want to have access to all of its features and everything that it has to offer. Now, this is kind of a smart play on Nintendo's part because it has people going out and buying more systems. But now that we are in kind of this unknown time, a lot of people do not have access to go out and buy and pick up a system. And it's kind of dirty to kind of make your fans go out and buy a system just for this game. It is a smart move to move consoles, but not a smart move for your fans. Now, from the other side, I can also see why the fans are review bombing it, because they just want to play the game and want to have access to all of its features. Nintendo has always kept their ear to the ground and listened to the fans, and this was a game specifically to make the fans happy, so I really do believe that they're going to find a way to fix this problem. Moving on in gaming news, we have Nintendo's Mini Direct. Usually they have their long directs, which are about an hour, but this one was about 30 minutes, just bringing out a long list of games that they're planning to release this upcoming spring and summer. Now, one of those big names that Nintendo mentioned was Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Edition, and I am not very sure what this game is. I know it is an open world role-playing game, which I'm a huge fan of, so maybe I'll pick it up May 29th. But that is just one of the big names that they are planning on releasing. Nintendo also mentioned Borderlands as well as BIOSHOCK in their Nintendo Mini Direct. Now, if you were unsure about these games, these are two legendary games that have won Game of the Year time and time and time again, and they're releasing the completed editions for the Nintendo Switch. Those are just 3 of the games that they are planning on releasing. There are plenty more, too many to name off the top of my head, so we are going to read off a few. We have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We have Good Job, It's a Game, don't know what it is. Sounds kind of quirky and fun like Nintendo likes to do. We have King Bounties 2 Remastered for Twitch. We have Beverly Default 2. Don't know what that is. Clubhouse 51. Don't know what that is. We have Star Wars Jedi Academy, which I'm kind of excited for because I never got to play that game back in the day. And I love Star Wars. And many, many, many more. So now moving on to a little bit of movie news. We have Aquaman 2. The writer, he has a very long name. I'm going to read it off the computer. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, the writer for Aquaman 2, took to Twitter answering fans' questions, and a lot of fans were wondering what they can look forward to in Aquaman's next movie. He was answering questions and said that they were pulling a lot of inspiration from Aquaman's Silver Age comic book run. Now, if you are unsure of the Silver Age of comics, it is the time between, I believe, 1959 and 1970. I looked it up earlier. I hope I got that right. But that was really when comics started like becoming more widely accepted and more accessible for younger audiences. Now, I don't know how that will translate into the movies just because it is such a dated age of comics, but I do trust that the writers have taken that into account and kind of updated it for the modern age of comics. So moving on in movie news, we have another delay. Unfortunately, Wonder Woman 1984 has been delayed. Wonder Woman 1984 was set to release at the beginning of the summer box office on June 5th, but has been pushed back to August 15th. Director Patty Jenkins took to Twitter reassuring fans that Wonder Woman will be coming out in theaters. Quote, "We made Wonder Woman 1984 for the big screen, and I believe in the power of cinema." This is what I personally love as a fan, when the directors, even the producers, writers, and even the studios sometimes reach out to us reassuring us that the things that we love are being taken care of and we are not forgotten in these uncertain times. Wonder Woman 1984 will be waiting for us in theaters August 15th, and I personally cannot wait to see it. Moving on in movie news, we know that James Bond No Time to Die has been pushed back to November, but that does not mean we will be starving for James Bond content. As of April 1st, all James Bond pre-Daniel Craig will be released on Amazon Prime. This is great news for those of you who love the James Bond series and want to see every legendary performance. And guys, with that was a 5-minute roundup. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell so you are the first to be notified whenever we release videos like this. Please be sure to follow us on all social media at It's Nerd Culture. And you know, here we like to leave you with a little bit of a tidbit. But this week, it's going to be a bit of a selfish tidbit because I've been playing Animal Crossing for about a week now, and I just got the ladder, and I don't know what else to do. Please leave in the comments below what else is there to do in Animal Crossing? What have you been doing in Animal Crossing? Maybe it's not a selfish tidbit because I just want to talk to you guys. Reconnect with the fans, you know? But with that, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay in the house. Peace.